AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
And Mr. Toby Tom Play. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us, and we're thrilled to be coming to you live from the newly minted Raising Cane's studio here in downtown BR. And we have Cane in all her glory here. The big giant Cane plushie and little Cane plushie right here as well. We appreciate Cane's. They've been great partners of ours for so many years here, and thrilled to have them as our studio sponsor now here at downtown Baton Rouge. All right. I know normally we do the silly hump day thing, and I apologize for those who are looking forward to that, but I don't want to make Ross wait. Although he's such a nice guy, he'd probably be like, I'll do the hump day thing anyway. I'll just sit here and wait. It's kind of fun anyway. So, but anyway, Ross Jackson's here of LouisianaSports.net and Locked On Saints. Ross, how are you?
I'm great, man. I would totally wait.
All right, hit it, Muse. Here we go. By the way, it's hump day. Ross out here doing the Lord's work.
It's hump day.
Just making the kids happy.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
So many people tell me when they're driving home with the kids from school.
Hump day.
Kids love the Hump Day song.
It's hump
They
day.
love the Humpty Bump.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
They don't love how many Saints players have a toe
Hump day.
or a knee
It's hump day.
or an ankle
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
or a shoulder
Hump day.
or a hamstring
It's hump day.
or a calf.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Did I leave anything out, Muse? Anybody else?
Hump day.
Got ahead?
You got it. You covered it.
You get ahead?
It's hump day.
Won't get ahead in life.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Too bad he wasn't more headstrong.
Hump day.
Never be the head of a major corporation.
It's hump day.
Aaron Goldberg said maybe Nuss is suffering from mold toxicity. How come no one's asked about that? It's unbelievable.
What day is it, Mike?
Mike Mouton on the text line said without a foot they couldn't toe the line.
Hump day.
That's well done. I
I love a pun. I love a pun. You know I love a pun.
It's hump day.
I love a good pun.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Are there good puns?
Hump day.
like that. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's hump day.
Some might argue that all puns are bad.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
I love a pun.
Hump day.
All right, let's stop wasting Ross's time. Ross Jackson from LouisianaSports.net and the Locked On Saints podcast. Thank you for that indulgence. How are you, man?
Yeah, man. Never let it be said that I am not like Wu-Tang. I'm for the kids, man. I love children. I'm like Wu-Tang out here in these streets.
He loves the Humpty Bump. Okay, this is a pretty extensive injury report today to begin the week. What stands out the most to you on this Wednesday injury report?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing, of course, is Chase Young missing a fifth week after an injury that was called a calf injury, or that is a calf injury, and that he himself said would not be a long-term injury. I think we've officially entered long-term status in that he will now miss his fifth game. And it's being ruled out on a Wednesday after having already missed 4 weeks, where they've taken her all the way down before making the announcement. I thought that was a big standout thing for me. It's clear that whatever was supposed to happen with this, the Saints will never say it, but it's pretty clear, or appears pretty clear, that whatever was supposed to happen with that injury has not gone the way that it was supposed to go.
I'm sorry, Ross. I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm looking at the injury report. The official game status designation isn't there. Did Kellen Moore say after practice, forgive me if I missed this, he has already ruled him out?
Yeah. Kellen Moore said during the press conference that he and Cesar Ruiz were already ruled out. Now, we knew this about Cesar Ruiz already coming in because he mentioned that on Monday as well. But, yeah, he also ruled out Chase Young here on a Wednesday, which is a really kind of surprising and kind of took me aback a little bit when he said it. I was typing up a tweet with all the injury updates, and then I deleted it to tweet out that Chase Young's already out because to me that felt like the biggest and most important thing.
Wow.
But that's a pretty big statement situation there.
I just saw it. I just retweeted you. So, I only saw the injury report. I'd missed the out designation. So, I mean, Ross, it's fair to say they screwed this up royally by not putting him on short-term IR, yes?
Or something happened, and he was supposed to be back within those 4 games, because that's typically the indication if you don't put somebody on injured reserve, then that typically means that you're okay, that you're expecting that they'll be back, that there's a potential for them to be back within 4 games, and then maybe something changed. It sounds like every time that we ask about it, we're kind of told, like, yeah, no, he's doing great, like he's on his way back and all those other things. And even last week we were told that he was close, and then now he is ruled out on a Wednesday, which is kind of the opposite of close. And so it feels like something has happened there. And sometimes these calf injuries can turn into other injuries. It's part of the reason why you're so careful around them. Sometimes a lot of teams kind of treat them like hamstring injuries in a way. And so it's clear that something there went wrong. Now, you're also trying to manage, if you're an NFL team, the amount of return spots that you have and not use them too early. And they already had 4 guys that were designated to return and all these other things. So, like, I get that side of it. But, man, like the initial non-placement of him on IR seems to at least indicate that there was not an expectation initially that this would be a 5+ week now situation.
He's on Twitter at Ross Jackson Nola if you want to give him a follow. Okay, so no Cesar Ruiz. Dylan Radins also is a DNP today. What do they do at right guard?
Yeah, I think you're probably going to see some combination of Torricelli, Simpkins, and they'll need to figure out somebody else to play on the interior if Trevor Penning's not able to go. Torricelli, Simpkins, the undrafted free agent rookie who came in this year and has been really impressive throughout training camp and the preseason, struggled a little bit up against Seattle, but then had the second lowest pass pressure percentage allowed of any rookie offensive lineman in week 4 going up against the Buffalo Bills. The only guy that was better than him was former LSU Tiger Will Campbell, who the Saints will face next week. And so Simpkins seems pretty solidified to kind of step into that role, which is great. He's a really physical player. And then I think they're going to have to wait and see how things go with Trevor Penning. He's now gone from a toe injury to an ankle injury after he got rolled up on pretty badly during that Buffalo Bills game. I was actually kind of surprised that he finished the game as a whole. So we'll see what ends up happening with him. But if he's not able to go as well as Cesar Ruiz, then maybe an Awesome Richards would be a guy that could potentially plug in and shift inside.
This is a game where the Saints are favored. That entire
first time this year, it shifted where it opened with the Bills a 1.5 point favorite. The Saints are now a 1.5 point favorite. Russ, just big picture, I mean, how important is it that they get this win this week? I think it's massive. I think this is a really important game for them. And look, maybe I'm overblowing it. I'm okay with that being the case. But I think this is a pretty big game for them. This is really the first matchup out of the first 4 games that, everyone's looked at and said, okay, there's their chance for their first win. From the very beginning of the season, I predicted an 0-4 record and then a win up against the Giants. A lot of people felt the same way. This feels like their biggest opportunity. And now that they've shifted over to a rookie quarterback, with Malik Neighbors unfortunately being out for the rest of the year, they have a door wide open for them to go out there and win this game. I think this would be a massive confidence builder for them, especially after 2 weeks on the road, coming back home and being able to get a win in New Orleans and then set themselves up for another winnable game up against the New England Patriots, who I think are a little bit better than people think that they are, but still a winnable matchup. I think this is a really, really important week for them, Matt.
Ross, you're about a month away from the trade deadline. I would imagine over the next month, they're going to take an awful long look at what they have on this roster and decide what they're going to do at the trade deadline come November the 4th, or even before then. Mm-hmm. How do you sort of assess this roster, and what pieces might be movable? I mean, obviously a year ago it was Lattimore that they moved, but what's there now that they might be interested in moving?
Yeah, I mean, I think anybody that is not necessarily a veteran from like the 30-plus area, but those players that are kind of where Lattimore was, to where they were. I guess Lattimore was in that 30 year. But, as you get closer and closer to that, and you're coming out of guys that are on rookie contracts, maybe in the last year of their rookie contract, guys that could have some value there. I think those are the players that you're probably looking at. The tricky part for New Orleans, Matt, is that a lot of those players are on the offensive side of the football, right? Like, I mean, it's easy to designate guys like wide receivers, like Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed. Like, those are guys that would net you something back, which is really what you're looking for. It's not about are they good players or are they not good players. If they weren't good players, you wouldn't be talking about trading them because you're not going to get anything for them.
Right.
But you're talking about good players that are on deals that are movable, and those are some of the guys that are in those situations, or guys that are kind of in the last year of their deal. And so that's where guys like Alvin Kamara come into conversation, or maybe even Trevor Penning and others. And so I think you're looking at that. The issue for New Orleans is that a lot of those players are on the offensive side of the football, and you haven't gotten a look at Tyler Shuck yet. And so I'm really curious to see if they try to get a look at Tyler Shuck before the trade deadline to figure out what works around him before they decide what is actually, what pieces are actually sellable. But as of right now, I would pretty comfortably say that outside of the rookie class, there's not a lot of untouchables on this roster that you wouldn't be, that you would be kind of, criticized for moving on from if you're going to get something of value back, especially considering how much of their upcoming trade capital they've already moved away.
Are you suggesting they would trade Tyler Shuck?
No. But I'm saying you want to see what works around him,
okay.
Right? Like, you trade Chris Olave if he and Tyler Shuck have awesome chemistry on the field? No, probably not. But do you trade a Chris Olave if they don't have good chemistry? It certainly leaves the door still open. Now, I'm using Chris Olave's name because he would be a piece that you could actually get something back from, which is the point of a trade.
Right.
But I think the idea here is that before you move any of these offensive pieces, it sure would make a lot of sense to see what they look like with the guy that you invested a second-round pick in and have effectively stamped as the potential future of your franchise.
They got to figure out what they have in Shuck at some point. I mean, he's got to play at some point this year. I don't think it's going to be this weekend, but the Saints sure have a shot to get a win. It'd be nice to see for Kellen Moore, for Spencer Rattler as well, see if they can get it. Of course, you can read about it at louisianasports.net, or you can listen to or watch the Locked On Saints podcast, wherever you get podcasts, or on YouTube. He is Ross Jackson. Okay, man, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for having me on. Take care. Stay safe. Talk to you soon.
All right, be well. It's after further review. We'll knock out a break. Jake Crain be with us next on AFR.
AFR.
Right about the Watermark in the Renaissance. Watermark downtown, Renaissance, Southtown. Tigers have a week off, but next week they're back home. So a week from Friday, they'll be back at Renaissance Baton Rouge. Renaissance right there on Bluebonnet near I-10. It's the Watermark and the Renaissance. The Renaissance sprawling, gorgeous, 13,000 square feet of meeting space. You can check them out online, or you can just pop on in to see the Renaissance Hotel. I always encourage you, if you're thinking of having an event, or if you know you're having an event coming up and you're wondering where you can have that event, consider Renaissance Baton Rouge. Matter of fact, I'll be at an event next week for KKDL at Renaissance Baton Rouge. It doesn't matter if it's a fundraiser, if it's some type of award banquet, if it's a wedding reception, a board meeting, from 12 people up to 500 people. They can configure the space that you need for whatever event you may have. It's Renaissance Baton Rouge right there on Bluebonnet near I-10. Watermark downtown and Renaissance on Bluebonnet. Renaissance Baton Rouge.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Rolling along here, Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Russ, usually with us, had a family matter to attend to, so naturally we called our side piece. Jay Crain, good enough to join us from Crain and Company. J-Boy! Oh, J-Boy. The man who once threatened Ed Ogeron on a radio show, prank called Ed Ogeron on a radio show, and then subsequently was threatened by Ed Ogeron on said radio show. Good enough to join us for a couple of minutes here. How are you, dude?
So you CNN me every time I come on here. I didn't do that. That was not me. I swear to God. I mean, I'm still here, right? I'm still showing up at your door when Roxy or Ruxin or Rudy or whoever it is has a family emergency. Surprise, It's me. and my clothes are on. So I don't know what else you want from me, Matt. But I definitely didn't do that. Is it basketball season yet? That's all I'm asking.
I'd love to talk about basketball with you.
Yeah, let's do it. Great, awesome.
Wait, hang on. I just want to ask, what did Ed Ogeron say here?
Coach, how's it going? All right, Jim.
I mean,
Somebody set me up. I feel like Lee Harvey Oswald, man. Like I'm just drinking a Coke I'm just drinking a Coca-Cola and eating a sandwich in the cafeteria, dog. I didn't shoot him. Like, can I just have my Thursday and just leave me alone?
Did Lee Harvey Oswald really not shoot Kennedy?
I don't know. At this point, man, I don't know. Like, look, I believe anything at this point. It's just Auburn won't run the ball. Yeah. LSU won't run the ball. Lee Harvey Oswald Jr. didn't shoot JFK. There's apparently a comet that's a spaceship that's coming to kill us into October anyway.
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah, man. I don't know if you've seen the news. It's like moving in weird. I'm not a scientist, but I think we're in trouble.
Is this
I just hope they like college football. That's all I ask.
Is it like Armageddon, where that asteroid's going to come kill the Earth and they got to go blow it up with a nuclear weapon?
I think they're smarter than that, man. I think we want to see if they're just, cruising through and got thirsty or something. Maybe we can be their Buckies.
Be their Buckies. Hey, you mentioned Auburn and LSU not running the ball. That's really weird, right? Not just that they can't, but that they won't even try. What do you, when you watch LSU, not only the inability but the unwillingness to run the ball, what do you make of this?
Well, I think it's in both cases it's different. Auburn seems their game plan against A&M was not to run the ball. They didn't hand the ball off in the first quarter. You can only check so much to the play that you have, and even with RPOs, you would think you would run it a couple times. The problem with LSU is the best coaches adjust during the game because most time your game plan, it doesn't go perfect like how you thought it was going to go. But once LSU realized that Ole Miss was just showing heavy box and then dropping into coverage, you would think Joe Sloan would have adjusted, but he never did. So on the Auburn front, your game plan was terrible, and that's just kind of it. But on the LSU front, your in-game adjustments were terrible, which are two different things, but they're both bad.
Yeah. Do you think LSU can fix what ails it offensively?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. You turn around and you have Garrett Nussmeier hand the ball to the running back. It's not, I'm not asking you to figure out why we can't form a wormhole that takes us to other places. When you look at a guy like Garrett Nussmeier, he's not a, true dual threat guy. So you have to have a run game to be able to protect him. I think LSU's biggest problem going into this year with Garrett was the run game wasn't good enough to give him balance. And he's not like Jaden Daniels. He's not like John Mateer, where he's his own run game. You have to supplement that run game. I just don't know how guys that have been in football so long, whether it's pregame or whether it's in-game, can't figure out a simple thing to do. The phrase is you're getting too cute, but at some point you're just ignorant.
Yeah. Jay Crane's with us. Crain and Company, weekdays, YouTube. Go subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. If you haven't yet, I don't know what you're doing.
Grow up.
For real though, at this point, if you haven't subscribed to Crain and Company on YouTube, what are you doing? I don't.
Yeah, we're not a cult yet. I'm working on it.
And you know what? He's got a special a special fishing hole for people like that, right?
Oh, here we go. Yeah, Ed does. I don't.
I know. That's how it goes. Hey, is Bama back?
Matt, is anybody good?
No.
In college football?
Nobody's
is
great.
Anybody really good?
Nobody's great.
At this point, I consider we do our power rankings every Monday, and for the first time in, I don't know, you tell me, I can't remember, there's 8 to 10 teams that can win this thing. So is Bama back for this week? Yeah. But, until, I would say probably the most consistent, dominant team that we've seen, if I had to pick one, is Miami. And, they go to Florida State this weekend. We'll see how that works out. But to be honest with you, Matt, I don't know if anybody's back. I don't know if anybody was ever here.
Good point. Will Vanderbilt beat Alabama this week? Please say yes.
I mean, the fact that you even can ask me that question with a straight face is crazy.
I
think they can. When you look at Vanderbilt, if we're being totally honest, obviously the personnel's gotten better. They're better than they've been. But I think their biggest strength is their two biggest strengths are, one, their personnel fits the play calls. What they're running maximizes the efficiency of who they have, and then they just don't beat themselves. I mean, you know as well as anybody, most of the time in football, teams lose games, they don't win them. Vanderbilt will let you lose it. They won't beat themselves. So regardless of whether Alabama gets up for this game, which I think they will or not, I think Vandy's style of play and the way they work time of possession and who they are can really keep them in games. So I'm not picking Vanderbilt, but would I be surprised if they won? As crazy as it sounds, no, I wouldn't.
I mean, Bama did get shut out in the second half and gave up over 200 rushing yards, and Kirby Smart decided not to kick a field goal from the 10-yard line and tie the game in the fourth quarter. That's crazy, right?
Yeah. No, I don't. Matt, especially for a defensive guy.
Right.
I mean, every defensive guy I've ever seen in my life would have kicked the field goal there. I don't think that the play call was terrible, but everything was so rushed that it puts you in jeopardy. And Alabama was kind of able to escape on that drive. So, again, hindsight's always 20/20. If they would have gotten it or scored, we'd have said it was the greatest decision ever. But it's just surprising to see a defensive guy not take the points at home.
Yeah. I'm a pretty consistent why do coaches hate points guy. Like I am an affect the scoreboard guy. Like the objective is to score points, and the dynamic of every game changes when you affect the scoreboard. So I don't know. I'm always going to say take.
No,
points.
I'm with you. I'd have kicked it, especially being at home. I would have kicked it.
And in the fourth quarter, Jake. I mean, it's the first drive of the game.
Yeah.
You want to go for it, okay? Yeah. But my God, like you need to tie this football game. You need to tie this football
for sure.
game.
And it's not like you're lighting it up on offense either. It's not like you just got unfortunate a couple times. That one's still. And again, I'm all for white running backs. I think it evens everything out. But let's be honest, why are we not giving it to Nate Frazier?
You mean the guy that's about 240 pounds and was running over everyone for about 7 yards a clip? That guy?
Yeah, they're like, hey, no. He just became an Eagle Scout. Let's give it to Cash Jones. He'll do it.
I became an Eagle Scout. Hey.
Yeah, it's the same thing that lost World War II. Like, at some point, we just got to be smart and turn around and hand it off to the guy that works best.
That makes sense. Hey, is Mississippi State going to beat Texas A&M?
Dude. I mean, shout out to Jeff Lebby. If you want to know what it's supposed to look like when the right guy takes over and he has a chance in year two to have some of his personnel and his identity and his culture in the team, I think Mississippi State's a great example, to the point where I'm wondering how long Jeff Lebby's going to be there, if we're going to be honest.
Okay.
But I just defensively, I still don't trust them. And the further we go in the season, you really find out who has depth or not. A&M played so bad on offense. You got to give credit to Auburn, especially when you got the blind kid sword fighting on offense for them. But I don't think A&M puts that type of performance on offense. Back-to-back games at home. 14.5's a lot, though. It's a lot. I like Mississippi State to cover, but A&M to win.
Do you know that since and hat tip to Rivers Huey for this, since A&M came into the SEC, that series is 7-6.
Yeah, look, I mean, since A&M came to the SEC, it hadn't exactly gone great, so that's surprising.
I don't know, man. I kind of like a little Hail State in that game, bro. Can Texas A&M score?
If you look at our pick show, a certain individual picked Mississippi State. If Blake Shapen can stay healthy, he's nice. It's been an injury problem for him. And can you imagine if they had Mario Craver, with this team that he's now at A&M just balling? It's Jeff's done a great job. Yeah. By the way, that prediction show published 3 hours ago at the Crain and Company YouTube channel. So if you're going to check it out, go to Crain and Company on YouTube. And if you're not following Crain and Company on YouTube already, why not? No, if you're not following us, I've already called the cops. So
Yeah,
you're gonna have to explain it to them.
You're arrested is what it is. Like when J-Boy prank called Coach O.
Matt, I'm not playing your games anymore, man. Like I didn't do it. There's gonna have to be a cease and desist. Then I think we're to that point.
Muse, hit the audio again.
All right, J-Boy.
I mean, he called your name.
You know what? At this point, I'm almost ready to fight him. Like at this point, I almost want to embrace it. Like I almost, all right. Let's see. I know one of us is employed, so we'll see how it goes.
Hey, last thing. I'm glad you said real quick because Ogeron's kind of doing the media circuit again, and he wants to get back into coaching. What type of job do you think he could or should get?
God, you want to coach the D-line or what? That's right. Either that or you give him like Nickel State or something to be the head coach. I don't think he's going to come back in the Power 5 or Power 4 and be a head coach. But Matt, look at the amount of money he got. Listen, I'm the most competitive guy you ever met. But if you give me $30 million to shut up or whatever he got, you'll never see me again. Like I'm out in Italy, like just chilling on the coast or drinking aperitifs and stuff like that, or maybe for our Louisiana audience in France, eating frog legs and snails and stuff like that. I'm good, man. I'll get YouTube TV and just watch it and laugh.
I love both frog legs and snails. Escargot. By the way, Coach O has been. He said he's been living on South Beach in Miami. He's like, you can only go to the beach so many times. He got 17-1, but there was a court settlement where he had to split that settlement with his now ex-wife. So of the 17-1, I guess he got. I'm so bad at math. What's that? 9 million or so? 8.5.
It's enough, Matt. It's enough. That's all you need to know. It's enough. I'm on South Beach as a millionaire. Nobody call me. I could care less. I'm just trying to, see who flew in this weekend.
I mean, look, you get 8.5 pre-tax. You got to pay your agent fees. You got to pay Uncle Sam, and South Beach ain't cheap, dog. Like,
it ain't. But listen, Ed O's passing out by 3 p.m. How expensive could it be?
It's Jake Crain from Crain and Company.
He's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me because of you.
He's gonna kill me before he kills you. So maybe
he'll kill both of us. That's why whenever we're together, I'm always looking around.
He'll kill me and then beat you to death with my carcass.
God, that's the last way I'd want to go out, getting beat to death with your carcass.
Jake Crain. Crain and Company on YouTube. Go subscribe. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, always, buddy. Appreciate it.
We'll see you. That's Jake. It's After Further Review. We're glad you're hanging out with us here. We're brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at southpointvw.com, southpointvw.com. By the way, I hope you all know that is totally tongue-in-cheek. We're totally joking. Everybody, for those that are unsure, it's a total bit, total joke. Nobody serious. He didn't really prank call the radio show. No one's hurting anybody. It's all a joke. Just a joke. It's just a joke. It's a bit. It's radio. Have fun. Laugh. Haha. SouthPointVW.com. SouthPointVW.com. Search by year, make, model, body style, price. Narrow it down. If it's on the lot, it's online. By the way, if you're in the market for a Volkswagen, maybe you live outside of Baton Rouge. Remember, South Point Volkswagen is the largest volume Volkswagen dealer in Louisiana. Because they move so much inventory, they can give you the best price. So maybe if you live outside of Baton Rouge, it's even worth a drive to Baton Rouge to pick up the vehicle at South Point because you can get a better deal. Shop them online. See the deals online, work out financing online. SouthPointVW.com, SouthPointVW.com, South Point Volkswagen. What's your direction? All right. Appreciate Ross Jackson earlier this hour. Jake Crain, just there from Crain and Company. The airport, Ryan Field, was here last hour from ABC 7 in New York, giving us a preview of the New York Football Giants. Lots of good stuff, and we appreciate you for hanging out. Let me knock out a quick break. We'll come back. The last thing I want to touch on before we get to Jimmy for Otterlocks, when Brian Kelly was on the SC Coaches teleconference earlier today, he also gave an update on Aaron Anderson's injury. So we'll let you hear the update there. We'll do that as we continue here on AFR.
AFR. After Further Review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
And you think this week off will get him ready for the South Carolina game?
Yeah, I think modern medicine will get him ready for the South Carolina game.
That was Brian Kelly on the SEC coaches teleconference when he was asked about Aaron Anderson. Of course, was hit on the high throw by Garrett Nussmeier, landed awkwardly, had an elbow injury, tried to gut it out, and then ended up finishing the remainder of the game on the sideline against Ole Miss. Brian Kelly did kind of give the update, though, on Aaron Anderson Wednesday morning on the SEC coaches teleconference.
He had a litany of things: hip, toe, knee. Yeah, he's banged up. If we were playing Saturday, I would say he was, he'd probably answer the bell, but he's going to benefit greatly from the week off.
I hate to see that Aaron Anderson out there with a toe. I mean, hip.
He's got a
knee.
Hip. He's got a knee.
What else did he say?
He's got a toe. That was the other.
Oh, just those three. He's got an elbow. He was out there with a brace on his elbow.
Yeah.
And a toe.
That dreaded toe.
He's got a toe. So many people with toes. You didn't know there was a toe epidemic.
No. You do now.
Clearly.
Yeah, I mean, now.
How do you protect a toe?
Steel-toed boots.
Feel like that would be a bigger problem.
You think?
I think that's part of the problem in cleats, is that the front of the cleat is made so hard, so you get stepped on and all that sort of, which is why it's kind of dangerous when people wear like sneakers or Jordans and put cleats on the bottom of them.
Yeah.
Custom made. It's like kind of defeats the purpose of like the hard shell of the cleat, which is there to protect your foot.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably the problem is your toe keeps maybe jamming up against the front of the thing.
Maybe. I don't know.
Part of it. Never had a toe.
I haven't either. I've not had a toe.
Try to talk to you live on air, and you're watching a stupid baseball game.
I have not had a toe.
Neither one of our teams is winning a damn thing.
I know that.
So turn off the damn baseball game and pay attention to the live show that you're producing right now, which is infinitely more important than a stupid baseball game, is neither of these teams are going to do a damn thing. All right?
All right. But I answer your question. I have not ever had a toe. I've stubbed my toe, but I don't think that's what they're dealing with.
Never mind, Muse. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm off of you. I'm off of you big time. While I'm talking to you live on the air, you're watching this stupid game. I'm off of you, Muse. Tell you what. I'm going to come over there. I'm going to give you a toe. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a toe.
You might not have had a toe, but you're about to.
You're about to get a toe is what's going to happen. All right, so Brian Kelly gave the update on Aaron Anderson. The other thing that, quite honestly, is perplexing, and I don't know if Brian Kelly is being, I don't want to say truthful because I don't want to accuse the man of lying because I don't think that's the case. I think by and large he has been as transparent and forthcoming a coach as I've ever covered, certainly football coaches I've ever covered at LSU. But he was asked about the team's offensive focus for the bye week, which, given all the talk we've had about the lack of a running game, the fact that LSU is statistically and functionally one of the worst rushing offenses in all of college football, it would stand to reason that the thing you would want to do is improve upon the rushing offense that currently ranks 121st in the country. But that's not what he said the focus was going to be for the bye week.
I think first and foremost, the details of the passing game have to be better. And that is from a coaching standpoint and a playing standpoint. We just need to be better there. Look, Garrett threw 15 touchdown passes at this time last year. He's thrown 7. I think we averaged over 300 yards passing the ball. We're well below those numbers. Everybody wants to talk about the running game, and I get it. But we also have to accentuate the positives of this team. And that's our skill players and our quarterback. So the problem for us more than anything else is we have not been elite in the passing game. And so that's been a huge focus this week. It doesn't mean we're not working on getting better at the running game. We're working diligently there. But my point being is our passing game has to be much more explosive than it has been up to this point.
I don't disagree with him about wanting to improve in the pass game. But I think it's also fair to say, and this has been like the crux of the point I've made, quite literally since the Florida game. And the beautiful thing about the internet is all of this is recorded. The digital era is amazing. If you care to, you can go back and listen to my comments Monday after the Florida game when Brian Kelly talked about the torso. And the thing I said then is that correlation doesn't always equal causation. For whatever Nuss is dealing with, however severe, however limiting, or not at all, or whatever, ultimately, the problem with this offense is, at its core, your offensive line. That is not protecting Garrett Nussmeier. It is not allowing you to run the ball. And for that reason, because you can't or won't, you're not trying to run the football. So you're seeing pressure looks against Nussmeier, or Ole Miss dropping 8, making it even more difficult to throw the football. And so you're not being effective in the passing game because you're not even trying to balance it with the run game. You were not great at running the football a year ago, but there were times when you could, and you're just not even functionally able or trying. I mean, I told you against Ole Miss, there were 2 times in the entire game where LSU ran the ball on consecutive plays. 2 times the entire game. Like, that has to change. Make teams respect the fact that you're willing to run the ball or shorten the game, open up passing lanes, play action. I mean, it's all obvious stuff. It's got to be willing to do it. I don't know if they will. I guess we'll find out a week from Saturday when they take on South Carolina. The good news is South Carolina is not very good either. It's so interesting to say it that way, too, because it's being dismissive of LSU, who was ranked 4th in the country up until Saturday. And they lost that game despite all the bad by 5 points, a day where you had so many plays that you left on the field. Shoot. Even if you just want to look at the pick 6. Yeah, it was a penalty, for sure. But it was a bad throw. The ball was going to the sideline. The receiver was breaking in. Pickett didn't need to grab him. It'd have been a pick 6 either way. Flip that, you win. What kind of conversation are we having now? You still got stuff you got to work on, no doubt. But you'd rather learn those lessons in a win than a loss. Just in this instance, you're learning it in a loss. See if they will. All right, it's after further review. Glad you're hanging out with us here. We'll knock out our final break. Jimmy will be here for Autolocks. Find out what we're betting on. Jimmy had a good day yesterday. Right?
Yeah, I think the only thing that didn't hit was the under in the late game, Dodgers and Reds, which, I mean, that was cooked after 3 innings. Shohei leadoff bomb.
We won. We hit with the Guardians in the first game.
Hit with the Guardians the first game.
I don't know. Let me see what he had in this game. He's got...
if I had to guess, he has the Yankees.
He got Yankees on the run line. He's got a Yankees-Dodgers money line parlay. Yankees-Dodgers... Oh, why am I going through this? He's going to be... the game's on. It's on right now. And he's got 3 plays on this game. Oh, anyway, all right.
Okay.
We'll ask him. Well, Jimmy's next. It's Ava.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Duplessis Builders, DuplessisBuilders.net, DuplessisBuilders.net. If you're thinking of building that gorgeous dream pool, our friends over at Duplessis Builders can help. And how about our friends at Duplessis helping a great local organization as well? You see, right now, Duplessis Builders is joining up with us for their Dream Pool Sweepstakes. It's this easy. If you go to 1045ESPN.com and you donate $25, a minimum of $25 to Dreams Come True of Louisiana, which is an organization that grants dreams for children facing life-threatening or terminal illnesses, donate a minimum of $25, and you're automatically entered to win a dream pool courtesy of Duplessis Builders. DuplessisBuilders.net, DuplessisBuilders.net. Great people building you beautiful pools and, of course, supporting our communities as well. DuplessisBuilders.net.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Down the stretch we come, final segment here on this Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Want to feel your best? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness can help. Hormone replacement therapy, many non-pharmaceutical options. They can help you out there. Yourgoodwood.com. All right, find out what we're betting on tonight. Time for Otterlocks.
Otterlocks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
Otter, how are you?
Men's Wellness with a 2-run shot. Up with Boston,
2-run single, not so up. So
yeah, I know.
2-2. Good, but the over looks good. It looks like a shot to 10. That's a single for Judge. 2 on 1 out in the bottom of 3. Bob's way. Let's go, Yank.
Boston's making a pitching change here already. Otter locks are posted. One of the plays you had was the Yankee Sox over 7.5. The number right now in game, last I checked, was 9.5. Actually, here at the pitch change, it's 8.5. Any value there at 8.5 still?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Oh, it's only 8.5? At 2-2 right now, 2 on. They're pulling the starter? Yeah, I'd say so.
So over 8.5 is minus $1.46.
Yeah, I would take that. Yeah.
Okay.
If you didn't get it. If you got it, earlier, pregame, stay with that, obviously.
Sure.
Over 7.5.
Okay.
But Bayo came into this one struggling down the stretch. He had been really good, especially at home this year for the Red Sox, but he hasn't been down the stretch. So they're going to get into their bullpen. Remember Chapman got a 4-out save last night and had to throw a few extra pitches with the bases loaded. So I don't know if he's going to come in, and we'll see. It's just going to set up for Crochet was just he's just too good, man. I mean, he's too good, and so maybe they can get the bats going. They're certainly off to a great start with the over. So we had the over. What we did was we took a money line parlay, Yankees and Dodgers, but then we also took a run line parlay at a bigger price. Yankees minus 1.5, Dodgers minus 1.5, and that would paid. I think it was close to 3 to 1.
Yeah, 272. I actually just did it in 2-2, and it's at plus 284. So
right now?
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So still worth getting in on it.
Yeah. And cashed a ticket earlier today. Cleveland does it. How about the first time since Minnesota 1987, a division champion had a negative run differential. They're 29th in run scoring, 29th in batting average, but they find ways to win. So we had 2 game threes already for tomorrow. So that should be a lot of fun because I think we've had like 2 out of 12 with this format coming into this one. So we're 2 for 2 and forcing a game 3 and hopefully on our way here in this Yankees game. The reason I'm willing to lay that 1.5 at home with the Dodgers is that Green threw last night for him. He got shelled. And after that, their best pitcher this year has been Abbott. He is unavailable to go today because he had to pitch over the weekend because they were playing. They weren't in until the last day of the regular season. The Dodgers do not want to face him in a game 3. So I think they're going to take care of business in a big way against a much less capable pitcher in Littell for the Cincinnati Reds.
Remember, you can always get Otter Locks at LouisianaSports.net, LouisianaSports.net there under the sports betting page. So
yeah, especially with this these day games.
Yes,
in the postseason. So and also on our show, we've been breaking them down. Going right into those noon starts. Breaking them down right before that. So.
Jimmy and Charlie, weekdays 11 to 1 on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. If you're not in Baton Rouge, you can stream it at 104.5ESPN.com or on the app. Where are you tomorrow?
My first sponsor ever, 30-some-odd years ago, Sammy's Grill on Highland Road. Looking forward to it.
Awesome,
yes, indeed.
Man. Great spot as always. All right, Otter, good luck. Thank you.
Good luck.
All right, man. We'll see you. We're brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU together. We roar. I love telling you about Our Lady of the Lake. My goodness, they do such an amazing job taking care of the LSU student athletes on the field, the students, and also everyday champions like you and me. No matter what type of health care you may need, Our Lady of the Lake has a solution for you. Part of the Franciscan Missionaries of Our Lady Health System actually have options not only in the greater Baton Rouge area, but all over the state of Louisiana, parts of Mississippi as well. If you want to learn more about the Championship Health Partnership there with LSU Athletics, great NIL deals they've done, like you've seen Garrett Nussmeier on billboards and television spots. It's OLOLRMC.com/LSU. That's the website, OLOLRMC.com/LSU. It's Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together, we roar. Okay, y'all, just about going to do it for us here on a busy Hump Day show. Thanks for hanging out. You missed anything, AFR On Demand presented by Brett Golf. We had Ryan Field on with us talking some Giants. Ross Jackson and Jake Crain were both here this hour as well. If you missed anything, AFR On Demand presented by Brett Golf. You can get it on demand wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube. All right, it's going to do it for us here. Muse, Paulie, thanks. Y'all have an awesome night. We'll see you tomorrow at 3.
after further review.
What a great night. If you're just knocking off of work, you're heading home, take a little detour. Pop on over to Supper Club. Have dinner at Supper Club tonight. Scone, I don't have a reservation. It's all right. Pop on in and belly up to the bar. Open seating at the bar every night of the week. 14 bar stools, 7 bar tables. That's first come, first served. So if you don't have a reservation, look, you can take a shot and maybe get a table. Be great. If not, have dinner at the bar at one of the bar tables there at Supper Club. No matter where you are sitting at Supper Club, whatever it is that you eat or drink, it's going to be the best of whatever you've had. Even like the Alaskan king crab legs. Those are from the boats from the show The Deadliest Catch. When the crates come, it has the name of the boat that they were caught on those crates. Like, that's the Alaskan king crab legs you're eating when you go to Supper Club. It's just the best. The best dining experience you'll ever have. It's at Supper Club right there on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge. SupperClubBTR.com.